Lazy Richard. Leechy Richard. Racist Richard. Obsessed Richard. Greedy Richard. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Who writes these scripts in Hollywood? This was the stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why Will Smith would even take a role like this. He must really be hurting because this movie was flat out terrible. In fact, it was so bad, the only thing that saved it was Jon Bernthal. He came in. The movie was about some black dude who had a plan. And his plan to me was, let me force my daughters to play tennis so I won't have to work no more and I'll be a millionaire. And here's the funny thing. I had the same plan when I was about 18 years old. I always told people I'm going to marry a 6'1" Amazon woman, make babies, make athletes, and never have to work again. This guy had the same plan. Obviously, they stole my script. But who would contrive such a stupid script? The movie was horrible. It was so unbelievable. I'm supposed to believe that this guy pistol whipped or beat up a gang member with a club and then they didn't kill him? I mean, who writes these? What a stupid movie. They would have killed him. It would have been more believable if they would have had him kill him. It was such a stupid movie. From what I took was that the lead character, Will Smith, who was, by the way, horrible in this movie, he didn't want to work. He was unhappy with his life. He had a plan. He's like, I'm going to make my daughters play tennis. I'm going to make them make money, and I'll never have to work again. Stupidest movie. I mean, who writes these stories in Hollywood or writes these scripts? It was the dumbest movie I've ever seen. But that's what I took out of the movie. The main character didn't want to work. He was obsessed with forcing his daughters to play tennis. He looked like a racist to me. He's talking to you, he's like, oh, hey, where's the white hoods at, people? He was the most unlikable character ever. He must have been the antagonist because he was horrible. Jon Bernthal saved the movie, so this movie sucked. I mean, I'm looking at it. First of all, when I seen the movie, I thought it was King Richard. I'm expecting this fucking English guy. And it was like this black dude. I was like, wow, this must be some kind of different movie. I thought it was about a British guy, King Richard. So anyway, it was a terrible movie. I mean, I don't even know why Will Smith. It was like an after-school special. It was flat out terrible. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like I said, I don't know who writes these scripts, but it was so unbelievable. And it was bad. I fast forward through half the movie. I couldn't watch it. It was so boring. But what's up, buddy? It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I had to fast forward through it. Jon Bernthal kind of saved it. I'd give it a 4. And the only reason I give it a 4 because Jon Bernthal, he had me rolling in it. It was about some guy who forced his daughters to play tennis so they could make him money. That's what I thought it was about. I thought it was supposed to be about an English guy. But it wasn't. So, King Richard, one of the worst movies ever. Terrible. Will Smith was horrible in it.